Well, good morning, everybody. I hope everyone is relatively safe and comfortable around the globe. Just decided to come on a little bit early this morning and have a little early morning chat with everybody. We all have our issues, I'm sure. And like most of you, I have some pain issues that I try to address the best I can. This morning, I woke up and my legs and knees and back were hurting pretty bad. And so I thought, well, hell, I'll just come on here and chat away a little bit and see if anybody else joins me. Ron, how you doing? Usually there's always somebody up and around this time of the morning. TCM Tim. How you doing, Tim? How are things with you going? Another late night, early morning for us all. Yeah. It's interesting. I noticed it about 4:15 this morning. I started hearing some birds chirping, and then I asked what time sunrise was. It was at 5:55, I think. So the birds are up early. Oh, Ron's at work. Yeah. What kind of work do you do, Ron? I'm retired myself. Tim, how are you? How are you feeling, my friend? Any better? Any worse than usual? Or we all have to kind of get through life the best we can, taking it one day at a time. I went over yesterday before those guys' show, and ah, okay, Ryan. Well, that probably keeps you hopping a little bit. I imagine you have moments when things are going smooth, or production is slowed down to where you can kind of not have to be concentrated right on it, or if you're not programming the welder or doing maintenance. Oh, Tim, I'm glad that things are going good. Yeah, last yesterday afternoon, I was working on editing a couple of ships I did yesterday and getting those posted, and I heard from Lynn, and she had a friend over there that wanted to talk to me, so I said, well, Mia and I would just jump in the truck and drive over. She lives on the other side of town. Would just drive over there, and we did. And when we got there, it was our friend Nick, uh, um, and Lynn was about to try and hang those. those roll-up screen things you see all the way around her covered deck. And so we decided to go and try and tackle that. Well, everybody's talking about just take a half hour, so it ended up to be 2 hours or more to get it done. So I missed I was there for the last few minutes of those guys, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to take care of each other. But anyway, that I can't do what I used to do, so I paid for it. See, I got some wild hairs going here on the beard. Well. So, any major projects in you guys' lives or major things coming up that you may be looking forward to or not looking forward to? I know that what summer solstice is this Saturday, I think, first day of summer. Yeah, also the longest day of the year. It'll be coming up on Saturday for sure. The the not a lot planned for today. I know that there's going to be, I'm sure, some ships that me and I could drive down and catch. I guess that's pretty much what gets me out of the house, other than if I have to go out and get something, groceries or something that I need. But for the most part, for the last since February, everybody's been in this lockdown mode, and it doesn't look like this is going to change anytime soon. I know our goofy governor here in Michigan, she's decided to extend the lockdown longer. And the border between the US and Canada is closed, and it's not expected to probably open for a while yet either, which really upsets a lot of people. Um, I live on a border town. We have two big major bridges that go between Port Huron and Canada, Sarnia, Ontario, right at the mouth of the St. Clair River that winds on down where all the major ships in the Great Lakes have to pass through. And there's a lot of people over there that used to like to come over here and do shopping and get some things that they can't, they can't, or is more expensive over there. And they have friends and family on both sides of the border, and they just can't go and visit or see them, or so. I don't know how that's. In the end, I don't know how it's all going to work out for sure. And then, of course, yet on top of that, the civil unrest that's going on. Um, there's just so much going on. Tim, so down there, you don't live very close to Atlanta, do you? And all of that mess that's going on down there. one part of my body thinks it wants to sleep, and the other part of the body says, "No, I heard I don't want to sleep." So just is what it is. Off Axis FPV. Good morning. Yeah, we're just doing an early morning show for those people that either can't sleep or are up early around the globe, or this might be, it's like in the UK right now. It's 9:49 a.m. So, Sam Hayden, good morning. How you doing? Now, Sam's over in Arizona, so he would be 3 hours difference. So it would be 1:49 a.m. in Arizona. Tim, so it's about 2 hours away. So you're probably not getting much fallout from that, I'm sure. And I think, Tim, you said you live in a kind of a rural area too, which is just as well. So, Sam, are you just getting home, or are you just going into work, or are you off today? Sam is a dispatch center supervisor, and I know you work all different kinds of schedules. Yeah, I hear you. I went over to Lynn's house and worked on a little project with her and a friend of ours. Um, she wanted to put up because of the sunlight being so intense. She wanted to put up some of those roll up screens, so she could let them down. And we worked on that for a couple of hours. And off axis. So it's before bed. Okay. Yeah, how's that coming, Sam? I know you've been trying to figure out how to depart and maybe move. I think it's Southern Illinois. I don't think it was Indiana. I think it was Illinois. Might be Indiana from Arizona. Yeah, normally I used to, when I'm in my younger years, I used to be like to sleep in as well. Just that um, now it's due to mostly pain and other things. Um, I just can't sleep through the night. Okay, Sam. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed that it works out for you. Off access, yeah. Tim Jackson. Good morning, Tim. No, it's a little bit of a painful night for me, physically. So I decided to maybe come over here for a little bit and see if there's any other of my friends. And Yeah. Yeah. Sam's working on figuring how to make the move, I'm sure. Yeah, I don't know. I, off axis, I'm not a big fixer. I know FPV guys like to tear things apart and fix things and sensors, and I just have never been that way. Anytime any of my birds, mostly I've flown DJIs. Anytime I have an issue, I just send it in to somebody that can, like a DJI service center or a dealer that has some technicians that work on DJI. But for the most part, like when I called um, South Carolina Drones, they always indicated that I could either send it them, they would send it in, or just send it in direct to a DJI to be. I know DJI has a service center. I want to say Texas, but maybe not. Yeah, I understand, Sam. I know it's this is a there's so much going on, and especially in your work, Sam, I would imagine you get on overload real easy. So you've done all the resets and everything off access. I don't know whether Sam would know anything about that, or anybody that's in here that would give him some direction. Uh, yeah, yeah, out of warranty. Are you? Is that what you mainly always fly? I mean, I had Sparks and I loved them, but tell you what, my recommendation to anybody, if you can, only if you can afford it, or even close to stretching in that direction, is the Mavic Air 2. What a flying beast that is. It takes you away from the Wi-Fi situation. It just makes it so much better. Hey Tim, how you doing? Hello Tim.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, another day in paradise, they say, But
Yeah,
paradise means so many different things to so many different people.
yeah, true. Let me put my speakers on. Yeah.
The Okay, you just off axis damaged a sensor on the bottom of his Spark from a crash. Yeah. I was just telling him that, I've flown pretty much them all from Autel to Wakiras to Align, the bigger hexacopters, all the different copters. Pretty much my copters now is DJI is my go, and I've flown just about every model they got out, and yep,
She runs pretty.
yes.
You do the update?
On that yet? No.
Oh, it works better on the with the update.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I heard somebody was talking about. I'm getting an echo back. Is it your room or?
Hold on, let me check.
Or is it,
Be the mic.
let me test. Better.
Better? All right.
Yeah, I'm not getting the echo now.
Okay.
Because when I was talking, I'm hearing myself back again.
I'm still changing from I had a speaker.
Uh-huh.
To the
Okay.
TV.
Okay,
Uh,
so the update, it went smooth, because I heard that somebody was talking last night, I think it was Coast to Coast Drones, was saying that it wasn't loading with your Wi-Fi. You had to plug it into the assistant in order to download the upgrade. And
how I treated it was right when I did the upgrade.
uh-huh.
After that, I charged the batteries one by one, and then I did an ICU and a compass, and then I left it alone for about 10 minutes, and I tried it again, and it worked perfect.
Yeah. And that's the upgrade that just came out, what, yesterday or the day before? Yeah.
Yesterday, yeah. And it flies great. Oh my God, I'm so happy with this one.
Well, it's my recommendation to everybody, if you can, go get the Air 2, because it just does so much. And that, I don't know what it is, but I call it AccuSync 2 Plus, because it flies further and better, less signal drop than even my Mavic 2 Zooms.
That's very true. I mean, I took it up, and my landlord was sitting there watching me, and I took it up in between power lines, and she goes, "What's that beeping?" I said, "Oh, that's optical avoidance."
Yep.
And I said, "Watch this." I took off, and oh my God, it went like 30 k's an hour, and it was over. I reckon it was still line of sight because me and her were watching it. She goes, "Oh, it's a little beat now." And I was like, "Okay, I'll turn it around so I can't see it." And I brought it back, and when I was landing, it started beeping again. She goes, "It's actually picking me up." And I was like, "Yeah, it's picking me up." And she goes, "That's wild." I was like, "Back up a little bit." And she backed up a little bit, and then all the beeps stopped. She goes, "I like that." And I said, "Well, you should get your husband into it. I'll get him into it." Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, off axis, you should get up here. I haven't met you in a while. Sam Hayden, how you doing, buddy? Who else is in
Yeah,
there?
Sam's, I guess, is going to get dressed and go into work.
Oh, okay. DCM, come in your thing.
DCM is just hanging. Yeah, I sent TCM an invite. I don't know if I have off access. I don't think I have his email address. Do you have it?
No, I don't.
No, I don't have it either.
The only emails I got is probably yours and Kim.
Kim's, yeah, okay. Yeah, I sent out an invitation. Of course, the reason I do it, Tim, is most everybody I send an invitation to, they're not going to show up because of the time of day. But then it pings, and then that's the conversation the next day. It's like, what the hell are you doing up at that time?
No, I saw it on, I think it was Lawrence's. Oh my God, it was so funny.
Yeah.
Hey, off axis, you're an American, so okay. You're talking about price. Well, the exchange rate will be the same. This Air 2 cost me $1,900, and I reckon American it would be 900, maybe something like that. Is that true, Paul?
The Air 2, the Air 2 in the Air 2 in the US right now with the Fly More combo package is $9,800. $88. $988. So
All
it's
Canadian, it would be a little bit less. It would be a little bit less than.
Canadians is usually higher.
Oh, okay. Well, there's his email, Paul. He just put it in there.
Yeah, I see it. I'm going to put it in now. It's going to,
Yeah, it'll be pretty good to meet him because isn't he that actor? Because I saw him in some movies. I saw him on the face on one thing, and I was like, he looks familiar. And I saw him on movies. Oh, $1,500. Hey, Paul, you want to see my new project?
yeah.
I got some pieces. I only got 5 of them. They're still ordered. I'm waiting for the rest to come in. Here's one of them. That's one of them.
Wow. That keep you busy. Yeah.
That's 2060 Super Geoforce. Here's not the main component, but that's one of the components. That's the motherboard.
Right.
That's the 450. And here's my baby CPU. So she's almost ready to put together.
Oh boy. You're going to have fun with that.
I won't have to upgrade this for, I reckon, 5 years. This is for Wi-Fi because, you know, my area.
Uh-huh.
So that's that. And this didn't come into a box. I don't understand why it didn't come in a box. This is the hard drive. It's a 2 terabyte C-Wolf.
Oh, okay.
And now I'm waiting for the tower, keyboard, some other things.
You're gonna have a little project there.
Well, what's supposed to happen is Ari's going to come over for one night. We're going to build the computer, and Ari's going to help me build it, or he's going to build it actually. Because he's a lot
Ari is really sharp at that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I asked him. I said, "Can I use OBS on this after I get this built?" He goes, "Yeah."
Well, good. If you got Ari helping you, you're heading in the right direction for sure.
Oh, he gave me a whole list, and then I got most of it online. Then I went to my computer guy in town, and I said, "Can you get me this?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, these are high end." I was like, "Oh, well, not high end, but." And I told him what motherboard I'm working off of, and he goes, "No, this would be great." And yeah, so we're working off of that. Did you get his email before he retracted?
Yeah, I sent it out.
Yeah, I'll put my hair up for this.
Do you remember what his first name is?
Ken? No. Check your spam.
Yeah, off access. What's your first name? Off access.
Kevin?
Kevin, maybe?
Not really sure.
Yeah, Marcel.
Hello.
There he is.
This is the famous actor. I noticed, I told you the first time I saw you that I recognized you, and I saw you in the movie. That's awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. They were great movies too, because I like them all. Awesome.
I see you're building a computer. I'm doing the same thing. Well, I haven't got as far as you have, but got a list of parts that I need to buy and slowly build my own PC again. It's been a long time.
What motherboard are you going with?
I'd have to pull up the document because I only know by numbers, which don't mean anything really to me.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing I did when Ari gave me all this list, and I was like, "What? What's this?" And yeah, it was pretty fun. I better put this baby back on its shelf. She wants to fly tomorrow.
Yeah, I gotta get my workout soon.
So, Marcel, you thinking about getting an Air 2?
Yeah, maybe the next paycheck or something, but
I'll tell you what, I've had just about every model DJI's come out with in the last 5 years, and this one is one of the most exciting. I would put it over top of all of my Inspires and all of my various forms of the what do you call it? The Mavic 2 Enterprises. I had
Right,
both
yeah.
of those, even with the thermal camera. It's just incredible.
yeah, you got a good review because you definitely tried them all out, right? So
Yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful drone, and the first time I put it up after I did everything, I was like, "Oh man, I hope this don't fly away," because I heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, it flies away." No, it
Sweet.
don't. I mean, I got up to 35 k's an hour. It shot off, came back, and it landed perfectly. I mean, it was beautiful. In between high tension lines. And
Yep.
beautiful.
is it? So the motherboard that I'm supposed to buy that I'm got the list of, it's an Asus Prime B450M
Oh, you got the same one.
ACSM. Yeah, I
Get
have no
this-
idea what it is.
So I got a
6
you
gigs.
got an Asus. You got an Asus. I got an MSI.
If all we're told, they're probably made the same place.
Yeah,
Electronics.
yeah. I got the 450, but it's a motor max.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a Ryzen AMD.
Cool. About $100 or what?
MSI. It's beautiful. Oh, this? Oh, you don't want to know.
Way more.
Hold on. Let me get my sheet. Hold on. I got the purchase order here. Let's go.
You Canadian or American, Tim?
I'm American, but I live in Australia.
It's in Australia.
I've been here for 17 years.
Fucking Australia.
That motherboard cost me $203. So the most expensive part was the core, the CPU, and the 2060 graphics card.
Sweet.
But I want something that I don't have to change for like 5 years. You know what I mean? If I want to put more DDR in it, I can put more DDR.
Yeah, totally.
I want to be able to edit without, things freezing up.
I want to edit plus do the live stream at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't be that hard.
Well, Paul does it. He has the Space Command Center over there.
Plus how many monitors, right?
Yeah.
Well, what I find in life, what happens is you get more and more computers that are perfectly good, but you upgrade for different reasons,
Mhm.
So now I have one computer that I do editing on, one I do broadcast and other things on. Over here, I have one that actually runs this big screen. So
okay. Multiple computers, processors running different things.
yes, yeah.
I was going to ask you, how many monitors run off one computer?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, it's
Well,
Yeah.
with this computer I'm building, I want 4 monitors, so I can have it right in front of me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
sure.
Yeah, I want at least 3. 3 makes sense.
Yeah.
I want one that's like a tablet, not tablet, but like a document style,
Yeah.
horizontal or whatever. And then the other one, two of them like that beside each other, and that'd be perfect.
Well, see, that's the thing. If I can keep everything like YouTube and my editing over here, and then have my workstation, like do my work and do my spreadsheets and everything on this one, that would be optimal. That would be optimal if I can get that done.
Totally. Totally.
I took tomorrow off, so I think I need to. I mean, I got shitloads of vacation days, sick days, and the boss was even like, "Are you gonna take a day off?" Maybe.
Yeah, take them when you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna just relax. Just relax. I think I need to. So that Asus is pretty good. How much did that cost you?
What, sorry?
The Asus, the motherboard. How much did it cost you?
The one that I haven't bought it yet, but it's open box for $104 Canadian. But originally $120.
That's pretty good.
But it's only a 6 gig.
Okay. Well, still good. It'll last you like 2-3 years, and you'll still be able to. Yeah. What kind of CPU are you using? CPU.
Um, is AMD Ryzen 5 3600X 6 core 3.8 gigahertz.
That's the same. And you're like mirroring my stuff. That's what
Yeah.
it is.
When I saw the box, I was like, what?
Yeah.
$320 here in Canadian.
Wow.
That's the
Oh
most
my God. I gotta.
there. And the video card's next.
Mine is a AMD
$60
Ryzen
video card.
7 3700 8-core AM4 3.6 gigahertz with Wraith Prism RGB cores. So that cost me $539.
Yeah, yours is the better one. Yours is a newer, better one, I think. I think you said 8-core, mine's only 6. But yeah,
Okay.
and it's only a Ryzen 5, so.
Oh, we'll be able to stream and everything. Look at that. Look at that. That's the command center right there.
Yeah, I didn't notice the keyboards in the last time. And I see you got like 3 keyboards right there in front of you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
That is sweet. Hey, anybody watching this for the first time, did anybody see the cabinet? I bet you they didn't even notice that. They just noticed the screen. That's it. And they didn't even notice the flux capacitor that was on the bottom. Anybody see that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? The greatest thing is those all the cameras that I have that I showed you guys, those are all the Wyze cameras that are really inexpensive, but boy, they have great pictures.
Yeah.
Indoor, outdoor, doesn't make any difference. They're just really are great pictures. And
Yeah, totally.
it really is a nice system, because I have cameras everywhere and for cheap, well, US prices, but it's like these cameras here. Here's the one that we just looked at. Here's the deck room where you can see, I'll show you.
I want to set up something like this in my place.
There's where I am, and here's Mia sleeping over here on the couch, right there. Here I am in the other room, and it just crank. They just crank, and it just really is really a great system to put up. I've got a driveway cam, and the ones that would say pan on them, are actually pan cameras where I can pan them,
Wow.
pan the cameras manually. So if let's say I go to the driveway camera, it's a little dark. It's just starting to get a little light now. But if I want to pan the camera, I just do that.
Right.
Like a 360 photo or video.
Almost.
So is yeah, and the quality of the pictures are really good. So
Are those cameras like a wireless camera too,
Yeah.
or
they're all wireless. Yep.
oh, you know what you do? You get a garden gnome, and then you hollow out his head and put a camera inside the garden gnome in the middle of the yard.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Now, can you like I might have to do a separate Zoom call with you, Paul, and because I want to put video cameras or cameras in my driveway,
Uh-huh.
and I want to have them going up the driveway and going back to my house and going out, so I can
Yeah.
watch if anybody comes in. So
Yeah, and that's what pretty much I did with these cameras. I don't know what they would cost over there, but like the single camera, the non-panning ones were like $25 or $30 a piece, and the pan cameras are about $50 a piece, and they come with their own mounts and everything. So
Cool.
okay, great. And if I can conceal them, that would be really good too. And I don't want sensors on them or anything because I got an outside
Yeah.
light that comes on. It's a
that little white box right up there,
Oh wow.
that's the camera.
Oh wow.
So
I
you
was gonna
geeked out
say-
enough to know the difference on what good camera is and what isn't? What brand?
Yeah, and they also will do night vision if you turn it on. In other words, they all have emulators and
Oh, they
Which
do.
ones do you suggest,
Yeah.
Paul?
what's that?
Which brand do you suggest? Which one should we
Well,
go for?
I have you tried other cameras. I have another bigger camera out there that supposedly has the bank on top of sensors for light sensors to recharge the battery and maintain it and everything. And I
Hmm.
found that it didn't work in wintertime.
Okay.
So the only drawback of these cameras is you have to get a wire to it to power it with a USB connection. And it has the wall connection, you know. But-
So it comes straight from your computer.
No, you use the Wi-Fi, but you have to get it to electric, and you know it's got one of those electric where the USB goes into the end of the little bob and plugs into the wall.
Yeah.
USB micro.
But you can daisy chain from one camera to another, up to 3 of them using one power source.
Oh,
So
okay.
what brand are you using, Paul?
These are the Wyze cameras, WYZE, and
WYZE.
yeah, and when you go to their, I always go to Amazon, but when I go to Amazon and I type in Wyze, actually what I can do is I can just stop that. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm gonna check out. Over here we have a U-Mart, so I'm gonna check them out.
They probably have the same camera, just a different brand name.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Here's what I bought most recently on the Wyze cameras, because I changed one of the fixed mount ones into the Wyze camera. This is like a housing that goes on it for outside. Otherwise, you can put a pan camera inside, which is this one. So here's the pan tilt zoom camera, $37.98. Here's the kit that allows you put it, this rubber thing goes over top of it. And then here it comes with about an 8-foot cord or 10-foot cord, but I bought the 25-foot extension.
And it's 1080p. That's pretty
Yep.
damn
Oh
good.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's not 720. It's 1080p.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a set of those pretty soon.
And let's see. I was going to take and show you
I
the.
think I need them. I think I need them for here because.
Okay. Here's a pair of
Oh, you can buy them in a set.
this is the pair of the covers. Okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
And here is 2 in a set of the longer wires.
Right.
Here is the pan camera by itself.
I like that. I like that.
As you can see, I like to buy from Amazon.
You get to see your browsing history.
Yeah, I saw that up at the top. I was like, holy crap.
It's all
So now,
colored.
do these cameras, do they have a light that has a walking sensor? If somebody comes in front?
Oh yeah, you can set them up. You can set them up to notify. They'll also track, and they do all kinds of things. And
So you
here is,
suggest these box ones better than, eh?
well, they don't pan, but yeah,
Right.
you can put those up, and they work well.
But what about the ones that you bought just a little bit farther down on your
The
purchase?
pan ones.
Yeah.
No, the other one's farther back. You go back one page
Okay.
down to your other down farther. I saw. Oh, there it is.
What these are is if you're going to use them outdoors, you have to buy this, and they come in a pair of 2. And what it is you can see they're like the cover mounts. And
Yeah.
they give you the wall mount and this little cover that goes on and it snaps on
Oh, that's just the mounting system
for,
for that.
for outdoor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I almost bought cameras that look like that, but a different brand. I thought it was a different brand.
Yeah. Because when you get the camera, it comes with a magnetic mount for inside, little ring that you can stick on a wall or on a door frame or whatever. And the base has a magnet in it. You can just put it wherever you want to. But if you're going to put it outside, and you got different colors if you want it in black. Okay.
See, I like that. And now you can be like hypothetically in another state.
Yep.
And you can transmit.
Yep. Because it
Like a
transmits
virtual-
to your router. And then all you do is when you sign in from wherever you are, you'll be able to see your cameras.
It's just like a virtual desktop.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
It'd be sweet if that arm could move too on a servo. You could
Yeah.
move that camera in farther.
Yeah. Well, actually, it gets the pan camera will pan 320 degrees.
Oh wow, that's pretty wide.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it just like goes way around it.
Nice. Sweet, yeah, it's affordable too.
That'd be
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
exactly. Exactly.
And
In fact,
especially I can probably put that to my depot too. So I know outside of my depot it's all cameras, but I want one for inside the depot, you know what I mean? Once they walk through that door, I want to be able to see them. I got my depot geofence, so anybody that goes in my depot, I get an email or I get a message alert. And but I want it that I can see, you know, inside the depot if they try to touch anything. I don't want them to touch.
okay, so here's my front door cam. Okay, so let's pan it all the way over this way. There's my mailbox. Oh, I didn't get the mail from yesterday.
Oh Lord.
Partying too hard.
Yeah, it's probably his new drone inside the mailbox.
And there's looking north. And here's the doorway going to my apartment upstairs. And here's his truck parked over in his parking spot. And if we want to look up, we can look up.
Where's your beast? Your dual cab? Where's your truck at?
My truck's in the garage.
There you go.
Safe and sound.
And on the front of the garage is the driveway cam. And I can set this for automatic panning. And let's see how you do that is instead of going full screen, you go right here and you
can talk through it too.
you got sound, you can talk through it. Yeah. You can record, you got voice.
So it's got a speaker and a microphone in the
A
camera.
speaker and a mic. Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And
That's
when I
impressive.
pan scan, okay, I have it set for different pans. So what it does is sits there for about 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 10 seconds. Then the next thing you know, then there it goes there. And it continually will pan for
You got
you.
me on that, Paul. I might get that this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, it's, for the money, because you can spend a lot of money on cameras. And
Yeah,
1080p,
And you said you can daisy chain 3 of them together?
3 of them together. Because in the back of it, it's got a place where you plug the USB in, and you go to the next camera.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I've never seen that done before. Usually it's remotely. You know what I mean?
Well, you guys know Rojo that's on here, Robert Stanton.
Yeah.
He's the one that
Yeah,
turned me on to him. He's got several of them around his house.
Wow.
Because I was talking about it, and
I mean, it looked like you could use it as a webcam as well, right?
Oh yeah, 1080.
At 1080, that's pretty good for an outside camera. I mean,
I just got a 2-pack here that I can get in 2 days shipping on Amazon for $75 Canadian.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yep.
Holy crap. I wonder what it's going to be over here. I'll check it out later. I wrote down the name.
Yep.
Because I wrote down Wise,
WYZE. Yep.
Yeah, but now I put I instead of Y. Yeah, I'll check it out after.
Yep.
You can get all kinds of housing for them too. I just found
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. Different. What do you want to do? And everybody says, "Oh, well, that housing, just snaps on. It can't be very good or whatever." But I had it mounted on the north side of the house, and I changed it to a pan cam. But I had it on the north side of the house throughout the winter,
Right.
and it worked just fine. So.
Being a 3D printer guy, I'm pretty sure I could probably find a 3D print mount that goes around it.
Oh, sure.
I'm gonna look that up just for fun.
Well, if you're a 3D printer, I should get some things off you for my Mavic Air too. You could probably print me up some stuff.
Yeah.
And right now, I found out when I sent Roger that super chat, we got a pretty good exchange rate with Canada.
Canada? Oh.
Yeah, I sent a $50 super chat and he got 48. So that's pretty damn good.
Fuck yeah.
That's really good.
There's all kinds of cases I can 3D print for this thing.
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to get what was it? The bands that are the wings, propeller, to keep them in place when I put them in the bag. You know what I mean?
The flexible ones? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Other than that, you really don't have to extend anything on the air too.
Well, you know what I did? I went and bought the GPC case for it.
I want that, but they don't sell it in Australia.
Oh, the sad part about it is that the GPC case, while it's really nice, I carry a lot of different things with me, so it's another clunky case to carry, where it fits right in with the 3 batteries and everything that I need right in that little pouch, and I can throw it over my shoulder. And
Right. Have you tried to put everything that you got in the combo inside that bag that they sent you?
yes,
I can't get it fit. That don't work. It doesn't work. I tried.
well, the sad part of it is that my controller, oh man,
you got to get that cushion that me and Lynn told you about. And you put your feet on, and it helps circulation flow.
see, I use an iPad because I've got extra iPads that I had for my Inspires.
Okay.
And I have 3 iPads. And so that's where I had to get the extension to go on there and hold it on. But that baby's rock solid. It's not going anywhere.
Oh, you're using the same thing that Mike.
Yeah, it goes down and it hooks underneath there and then goes up.
and
over
it
the
keeps
top.
it forward. It keeps it forward.
Forward.
So that's pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yep. So it's not directly against the antenna.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I got an iPad mini, but I don't.
Well,
like
that's what Philly Drone Life Mike uses is the iPad Mini.
I got a Samsung A20, and it's pretty good. I mean, I love it. But,
Well, he almost talked me into last week. I ordered it and then I thought about it and canceled the order from Amazon. The iPad Mini 5. And I said, Michael, I says, these do what I want it to do. Why would I have to? He says, but it's smaller and lighter. And I says, well, these are pretty light too. You know, they're the iPad Air. So I thought, why would I be spending an extra 300 and some dollars to get a mini? Would be just a little bit smaller. When my issue with the iPads are, see how the glare is?
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Well, when you get out in bright sunlight, you're looking at yourself. You know, you're getting this glare back. Because on my Mavic 2 Zoom, I use the Crystal Sky, the Ultra, and you don't have to worry about sunlight with that sucker. It just
Well, see, over here they got deals with. I was looking up before I bought the Mavic Air too, and they said, "Oh, you can get a Mavic 2 Zoom and smart controller for $3,200."
Oh yeah.
I talked to Ari about it, and he said, "But Tim, the smart controller is $1,100. That's a pretty good deal." And then I heard that all these troubles that people have with the smart controller, and it would have hurt me too because the Air 2 is not compatible yet. So.
No, it's not compatible yet. And they keep talking about it will be. But that's the only downside about DJI is they seem to roll things out slow. But my mind, somebody now is saying that they understand that there is going to be a new Smart Controller Pro coming out.
Oh my God.
And so that way, then they can say, oh, well, you know, you should update to the new one.
Yeah, but they got the smart controller. They got the Crystal Sky.
Well, yeah,
What
my
else are they gonna
Crystal
Wait before they
Sky,
come out with the
my Crystal Sky will not download, just like the smart controller, will not download the new Fly app. You just can't do it.
That's like when I bought the Mavic Mini. I bought it and I had my J8, Samsung J8. Wouldn't download the app. So I bought the Mini. Here's a lowdown real quick. I bought the Mavic Mini for $800. I bought the new 820, Samsung 820 for $400. So an $800 drone become a $1,100 drone. I was like, Jesus, man, what else do I have to do? And crap.
Well, that brings back memories of the days I bought my first Inspire 1, years ago, when they first came out, and it was $3,600 with one battery and the regular standard camera. So then you go out and you buy more batteries at $185 a piece.
Whoa.
And then if you want a better camera like the Z3, because I like the Zoom, the Z3 camera was $1,000. Then everybody says, "Oh, you got to have the X5 camera." That was another $1,000. So then I was doing volunteer work here, doing search and rescue. Volunteer now, I wasn't being paid. So I bought the thermal imaging camera for it. $8,000.
Oh my God.
And so shortly after I bought the thermal imaging camera, I stopped getting calls. So I said, well, I better unload this. The most money I could get, I sold it to a guy down in southern US, and I got $4,500 for that camera. It was 5 months old.
Oh my God. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, what
That'll
what
be
did they come out with? They did come out with a different tello. What was it called?
uh, Iron Man.
Iron Man was supposed to be a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit, you know, this, that. They're very good at marketing. But when
Yeah.
I had both of the enterprises, I had the Enterprise Zoom and I had the Enterprise Duo. Because I bought the Duo at the same time when I was thinking about doing more of the search and rescue stuff, because I thought, well, that'd be cool all in one. I don't have to switch cameras out. I could still visually look plus have the thermal. So then I got 0 calls, and I don't do roofing inspections, and I don't do all that kind of. It was neat to play with for about 2 or 3 weeks. But I turned around and sold that, and I lost, I think $800 or $900 on that deal.
But it would have been good to keep that just like.
Yes, I wish I'd have hung on to the Duo.
Because we get alerts over here. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah. With missing children. Yeah. But I don't know, the Air 2. I bought that because I started out with a Mini, as you all know, about what, 3 months? 3 months ago. I've been in this realm. But it's a great community. I met really great people, and I'm not the kind of guy that takes bullshit. I'm not up for bullshit. If you talk to me straightforward, and that's why I like this community, because everybody does that. And I stepped up and I asked a couple of questions. You know, which one should I upgrade from the Mini up? And then I heard a lot of people messaging me, and they're like, "Oh, I'll try the Air 2." And I was going to go to the Spark, and then I got the Air 2, and I flew it the other day, and I was like, "Good choice."
Yeah, it blows you away. Exactly does. You know, sadly though, just because of this issue with the glare, I don't fly this like as much as I should. I fly this either early morning when there isn't a lot of sunlight, or late evening just before dark. And
have you tried what Herman does?
Yeah, I have a smaller shield that slips right over top of it, but I still get this glare back. It doesn't make a difference what angle you put it. You're going to get sunlight's going to come down and get onto that. And if you put an anti-glare screen on it, then it screws up what you see, because then it not only stops the glare, it also stops how crystal clear it is and what you're doing. You know,
and you got to remember with Fly App, it's white on white with the battery load.
So it's a trade-off, but I tell you what, Marcel, if you get that, you'll be very happy. It gets me as excited just knowing what it does.
Right.
As when I first bought the Inspire 1, and I don't know if you've ever flown an Inspire, when you fly an Inspire and it takes off and all of a sudden those arms go up like this, it's like, oh my God.
They'll be like, would you ride it?
Yeah. When it takes off and it gets about 4 or 5 feet off the ground and those arms just go up like this into the flight.
That's pretty cool.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of videos of it.
Yeah. When you sit there and you have control and that baby does that for you, it's like, wow.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, should I wait for the Mavic 3 or should I buy a Mavic Pro Zoom? That's
the ultimate question.
Mavic 2 Pro? Yeah, I don't know. What we don't know is the only thing that DJI perfected the fact that you can take with the Inspires, you can take with the twist nozzle, you can put on different cameras very easily, okay? You know, and Autel came out and says, oh, we're going to have interchangeable cameras. Yeah, you got to buy a separate camera. You got to carry a screwdriver with you. You got to take it half apart. put it in, change the ribbon cables and all that kind of stuff. And I just have visions of out in the field losing a screw or
Yeah.
whatever, because I want to change the camera. So yeah, you know, it to me, it gets back to the old idea that I'm going to have to do surgery in the field if I want to change the camera. So
And
what
think about-
I'm hoping on the 3 that they come up with a system where you can just change the camera.
Oh, like changing the wing.
Yeah.
Changing the propeller.
Yeah.
Have you Bent Rail? Hello, Bent Rail.
Hey, Bent Rail.
Nice to see you. He says I'm still flying the Mavic 1 and the Spark and use the iPad Air. Getting my money out of them, very dependable and great for YouTube.
Yeah.
See, I don't know. Do you think the Mavic 3 is going to be Zoom?
It's going to be what?
Zoom. It's going to be like.
I don't know
Zoom
whether.
and-
Well, you know, interesting. Bent Rail. If he's flying the original Mavic 1, then he has digital switchable zoom on it just by hitting the button on the controller and it goes boop, boop, boop.
Really?
But it's not selective. Where on my zoom, I got a wheel and it just, you can zoom and stop it wherever you want to. You get about 3 or Bent Rail, what is it? 3 or 4 different zooms, but it does that, and it works great if you were zooming to do a photo, but it really looks like hell when you do that when you're using video, because it goes
So it's not.
it's a digital, it's an all digital zoom. Yes.
Yeah.
Where on the Zoom 2 it's mechanical.
Okay.
In and out.
To get the Zoom. I don't know. But I love this drone, and I think I'll stay with the Air 2 for a while. There hasn't been a competition with the Air 2 yet. I did look at the Evo 2, but that's a lot of money. I'm sorry.
Well, I was not impressed. I've had Autel before. I had the orange pumpkin that kind of looks like the Phantom, just to try it. I like to try different things. And then I had the original Evo, not impressed. It wandered a little bit. And the camera, I had one of the original ones. And the camera, when I came around the dark side of a ship and it transitioned to the light side of the ship, all of a sudden the screen would go black, and here I am shooting video. And so it's like, what the hell? And then it would come back in like it reset itself.
Well, you know what you did on that other, you did that video for that book the other day. You did it with the Air 2, yeah?
No, I did the video I did down there with you're talking about the condo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that with the Zoom.
Oh, I thought you did it with the Air 2 with it doing the pan shot, and it was like.
Yeah, no, I had, because I used the Zoom. He approached me. I just got done. I was packing up after doing a ship. And so I was packing up, and he comes up to me and says to me, he says, how much will you charge me to give me a circle shot of the condos just across the street? I said, for you, I'll do it for nothing. He said, no, I want to pay. I said, okay. I said, well, I usually get $250 for the first hour, $200 for every hour thereafter. And he whipped out the money, boom, 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 boom. And I just did it right there while he stood there and looked over my shoulder at my crystal sky. And he says, that's great. That's what I want.
No.
Holy. Yeah. See, I
That's
thought it was
awesome.
the Air 2 because how you said the gimbal had a problem. And that was the problem with the gimbal. Everybody's been saying with the Air 2.
But you know what I found, Tim, is I'm using the original Movie Maker that used to come on the computers, okay? Because I'm comfortable with it and I use it. I went back and looked at the raw video and it didn't have any shutters in it. So when I started pasting it together, it added a shutter in there, and I don't know why, about halfway through, and a little stuttering type of thing. And so I says, okay, well, maybe it's just that portion. So I went and re-edited again and took out that portion where it flew by the marker that was there in the driveway, and uploaded that again using Movie Maker.
Yeah.
Stutter again.
That's pretty wild because that's what I do because I don't make good videos. I got 4 on my channel, but I think one of them was way too long. But that's what I did. I used Movie Maker.
Yep. For some reason,
And, my next one
got that little stutter.
that's pretty cool. Well, the next one with this new PC, I've been looking at DaVinci and DaVinci Resolve. It looks so cool, and I want to learn it. You know, just like I want to learn OBS.
Sure.
I should be able to do it. Take some time.
Well, what you'll find, Tim, as you get older, that as you get older, you don't like change. And so
No.
I've got over here a drawer full of high-end editing software that I uploaded on other computers, and I tried to look at it, and I got so confused about the timelines and what you want to add and what you want to dissolve and how you want to resolve it. So I put them right back in the box and put them in the file cabinet.
Hey, last time I built a computer is when I had a CD, and I think I pretty still have it. I had Windows 98, you know, the great blue screen operation system. And that's the last time I built a computer. And now, Windows 10. Wow. You know,
Yep. Yeah,
Come a
exactly.
long way.
that's right. I don't like change either, but with technology, it seems like it has a doorway of 6 months.
Ben Rail, you have a good day at work today, my friend.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, so it's kind of is what it is, and but I'm so comfortable now that I can jump on using Movie Maker and just whip it out, because what I do is I take the raw video, I take and I pull out like 7 photos, one of the ship approaching, one of the ship as it's going away.
Right.
Then I take another one on the other side and the other side and the other side. And so I end up with about 7 photos. Then when I go to Facebook and place it on several of the ship places there, I put 5 photos because it allows you, Facebook, to put 5 on a mass on the front. And then I link it to the video.
Cool. That's really neat.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Hey, I love technology, and I was thinking about in October of last year, I saw a drone video. I'm like, oh, I should buy a drone. And then I just started working 60, 70 hours a week. I'm like,
Yeah, well,
And,
you work a lot, but you know
now-
what? It's good that you decided to do the drone thing, because I think the drone thing is so calming. The part that I'm not comfortable with, even after all these years, not that I'm not comfortable with it, I tell everybody when I'm flying down there, and they says, well, do you like it? I said, I love it. The only thing I don't like, now I got to go home and edit the damn thing.
yeah, it's true.
Because
And I try to take raw footage. I try to take raw footage, and I try to take my pieces of it. I try to take about three minutes, and boom, send it. You know, that's what I usually try to do. Or stitch pictures together. That's what I've been doing.
Right.
As you can see on my videos. And this is the most calming thing that I have after work.
Well, you got to get your relaxation where you can get it.
Yeah, that's right. I got employees calling me up until 6 o'clock, and I'm like, I diverted my phone. Oh wait, I didn't. Okay, what do you need? It's like, oh, yeah, I need a break.
I started putting all the servos and everything into R2 yesterday and today, so slowly he's
Oh,
being built.
man. I can't wait to see the end result of that. I cannot wait.
It's getting close, getting really close.
I love it. Now you're gonna have to do a CP3 deal.
What's that?
You're gonna have to do the other one, CP3.
C3PO? Yeah, right. That'd be a lot of work. That'd be a lot of work. There's a couple other smaller droids that you can 3D print and take only a couple servos, and they're only like a couple day print. But
That would be cool.
I want to do this one first and get it finished.
So
What's
are you gonna make it voice command or?
Voice command, my controller as well, my first guy controller. Yeah, all the sensors and everything like that. Optical avoidance. It's going to be like a DJI, but not.
Yeah,
Same idea.
that will be awesome. I can't wait to see that video.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
If I had a bigger place, I would have did like an entire build video of it, but I'm building it in my apartment, so I don't have a lot of studio space to film it being made.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, but that is awesome. Hey, Lewis Floyd.
Louis P.
That's awesome,
Good
man.
morning,
Because
good morning.
I watched you put some of them parts on the other day. I think, where were you on that? I think it was on that.
Probably.
That's amazing, man. I've never seen somebody do that before. And I used to draw them in art class, like all the Star Trek and I used to draw Klingons. I'm like, oh my god! And now everything's coming to life. It's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah. Well, you can make anything now.
I give Louis P. a lot of credit. He's been trying to help Val with her build. And he gets after about 45 minutes or so, he's so frustrated. I gotta go.
Yeah. No, he's done a good job though. I mean,
No, he sure has. He sure has. But Val isn't very patient. You know, patience was not a strong suit. And he says, now before you plug it in, she's already got it plugged in.
Not into that one. Not into that one.
Yeah.
Super eager.
It's like when I come home from work. When I come home from work, I check my emails, and then, but I want to relax. I go to the fridge. I get a beer. I sit down at my desk, and I watch replays of the day's, videos. And like, oh wow, man! I saw Dobo today, and I saw Herman and Lawrence's, and it just cracks me up. It's good to have a community like this.
Oh yeah. And everybody's got a unique personality, and it comes through loud and clear. But
That's
you know
right.
what? I don't see, at least the groups that I kind of tend to go to. Everybody cares about everybody else, and nobody's out attacking each other. There's so much attacking on the internet now that you can't say a word some places without somebody jumping down your throat,
It's not a competitive sport like some sports are, where you build up like a team, or you build up like a
Right.
competitive edge. Really, you're just kind of like the competitive edge is doing challenges. Hey, can you do this trick? Oh man, I'll try it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
That's right. Like before drone, like for the last 3 years, I was in cryptocurrency group. I still got my cryptocurrency, don't get me wrong. But the groups, they're so egotistical, athematic. They're just blows my mind. And if I wanted to deal with that shit, I would have still stayed in school. And I'm turning 50 soon. They're all children. They're acting like they're children, Oh, we can do this, we can do that. I'll keep my cryptocurrency. Yes, I got Bitcoin. I got I got Litecoin. I'll keep that, but I don't want in them groups anymore. So I changed and I reverted into drone. And on my videos, you'll see some of them people comment. You're like, oh, you got a beautiful layout there. negative, keep them away from you. You know, only bring positive odds into your life, or you'll screw up your whole mojo. Believe
Yeah.
me.
Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I'm going to go flying tomorrow after work. I think I'm going to do Black Mountain. Hopefully.
There you go.
If the rain doesn't start up, I'm going to do a nice pan shot.
Now you're coming into winter
Hopefully,
there,
I want to
right?
like go up the top. Yeah,
You're-
yeah.
Tim, you're coming into winter there, right?
Yeah, it's getting pretty cold here. Yeah.
Now, do you don't ever get snow though, do you?
No, I haven't seen snow in 17 years.
Okay.
When I left America, I was in North Carolina. I was in Hickory, North Carolina. And I told people this and they didn't believe me. The night before, we had a going away party with all the bikers and stuff. And I was walking back about a block with a 30 pack, and the snow was up to my knees.
Sure.
And when I got onto the first flight out of 5, they had to thaw the wings
Yep.
before we took.
They had to
And-
de-ice everything. Yep.
Yeah, and mind you, I'd never been on a plane flight before in my life. I jumped out of plane, but not that high. And I got on this, and my buddy, best mate of mine, he goes, "Oh, you know, when the wings start bending, just hold on because you're going to have an alert. They're going to like," and he had me so scared. So by the time I got to Texas, I called him up and I was like, "I'm going to kill you." And he just started cracking up. You know. He scared me so much because I didn't know there was flex in the wings. I didn't know any of that.
Well, you know, the amazing thing is when you go to airports, like when I've taken people to the airport or stuff or whatever, and those great big 747s when they're really loaded out of Detroit Metro, those wings are like up like this, the weight.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Oh, eh? Yeah, I thought of that.
I went from Hickory, North Carolina, I think it was, to Texas, and then
Dallas.
Texas to, yep, and then I went to LAX,
Yep.
LAX to Auckland, then Auckland to Brisbane. I'm sorry, it might have been 4 flights, but yeah, and the second one, it was funny as hell. I'm a little tall, I'm not that tall, but when I got to Dallas, it was just a prop plane, 4 props. And when I came into the plane, I had to duck. And then when I went to the seat, I had to duck to get into my seat. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. But it was a good flight. It didn't take that long to get to LAX.
Yeah, 17 years ago, there would have been a lot of prop planes that go from like Dallas to LAX, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And it was unreal. It's like, I tell people that LAX in 2003, I went out to have a couple of cigarettes because I was still scared. And I think I saw about 5 muggings. I saw 2 fights, and that was only 5 cigarettes worth.
Right.
And I was like, Jesus, it was crazy.
Wow.
Crazy. But that was like 2 years after, you know, what happened, 2 or 3
Right.
years of what happened.
Right.
So the security was really, really, really tight. And if you think, you know, at the time I was wearing jeans, no shirt, leather jacket. I'm standing in a line at LAX, and 2 people in front of me was this elderly woman. I think she was about 70 years old. They take her out of line and do a search behind the thing. I, looking like I did, all tattooed up, leather jacket, jeans, no shirt, walked straight through. That's pretty amazing.
Crazy.
Oh, back then it was really crazy. After what happened, yeah, because, you know, like, they said that there was, what did they have, bombs in their shoes or something, or something in their shoes? It was crazy.
Yeah, that was a different time. Remember the underwear bomber?
Yeah.
The underwear bomber.
He had explosives in his underwear. He wanted to detonate on board a flight coming into, I think, Detroit.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Never heard of that one.
yeah, the underwear bomber. That was back to what, 20 years ago or 15 years
That
ago.
was
Really?
the 80s. That was the 80s. Do you remember the Iceman?
Yeah,
Iceman? I lived in southern Jersey at the time. He lived in Elmer, New Jersey, and he was working at a theater in Elmer, New Jersey. And I used to go to that theater, and he was there. That was the Iceman. He used to use his most effective thing was what was he? He just touched people, and he had gloves on, cyanide, and they have a big write up about Iceman, and
Huh.
yeah,
Weird.
unreal.
These are all just really bad superhero names.
Oh, it does. It does sound like it. The Iceman. I still got Iceman issue number 1.
The Iceman and the Underwear Bomber. The new comic book.
Well, it's like Kevorkian. I think he was doing a good job to help people, and then they prosecuted him.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, man. Build
Yeah.
up, not down. Build up, not down. Build up, not down. Jesus, you got a list? No.
He does that a lot.
Yeah,
Except
he
for
does.
when he talks about Star Trek.
Yeah.
Christmas Day, underwear bomber sentenced to life in prison.
Oh my God. What did he do?
2009.
Oversized white skull cap, his hands were unshackled.
Wow.
December 25th, 2009, passengers aboard Northwest Airlines flight from Amsterdam heard a loud noise on the plane as it descended toward Detroit. Witnesses described it as sounding much like a firecracker. The device failed. What the firecracker noise, I'm guessing, was the detonator, and it didn't detonate the package.
Right.
Wow.
Sparked up or something.
Yep.
Yeah. It takes one rotten apple.
And he was what? Because he was in his underwear when it happened, when they caught him or something?
He was in, I think he was in the restroom, and they
Oh,
heard a pop or bang. And
But to detonate the package, he had to get his package.
yes. That's the kind of question you wonder. What did he use for a was it a squeeze thing? Oh, whatever,
It's like last year. Last year when the guy went into all them mocks, he was filming it on YouTube. He was live on YouTube going through killing people. They took it down, obviously, within like
Right.
half an hour. But oh my God, it's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's crazy. What's the world coming to? Like back in the 70s and 80s, if you want to start shit, just go on the corner and having a fight with somebody. Wow.
Crazy times, man. Crazy times. Have you seen any episodes of Black Mirror by chance?
No, I haven't actually watched TV in 2 years.
You gotta check out that shit. It's amazing. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's very related to everything that's happening right now with social media, with government, with politics, everything. And it's just, it's like some people are saying it's on par. Like it's just too well written.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple episodes in it.
I
that
watched
are
the thing. I think it. Yep. I think I have something on my timeline about this ex. What was he? He was a stuntman in movies, and he was like the best stuntman. And I think I have it on my timeline on Facebook. And unreal. This bloke, he said it started went to back in the 40s with Walt Disney and I forget what the thing is called. It's on my timeline. I haven't looked at Facebook for a while. But
I think I know what
Wow.
you're talking about. I think I heard about it.
it's just, I don't know. It's like back in the 80s. I remember like Philadelphia, and they're talking about here now. But I remember back, I think it was 85, 86, there was a thing called Move. It was a group. They took, I think Philly blew up a whole block, and they actually made a movie with it with Ice-T, about taking over a whole block. And I'm pretty sure Ice-T was in that movie. And wow.
You're showing your age, Tim. You're showing your
Yeah,
age.
I'm showing my. But my aunt lived by the egg train, so we used to. Do you remember the movie Streets of Fire? Does anybody remember that movie, Streets of Fire?
No.
Me and my brother were in that movie. We were on the corner, and that was about 2 blocks from my aunt's house.
Wow.
We watched
Cool.
it.
Well, guys, we've been on for 90 minutes. I think I'm going to call it a day, and maybe I get an hour's sleep.
Holy
Yeah.
crap! Are you going to actually get some sleep, Paul?
I'm going to try and kick back for a few minutes because, Roger, Canadian Drone Hub, is going to be on in, let's see, it's 6:10, so he'll be on about 9 o'clock. So,
Wow.
but usually he jumps on a little early. So, well, thanks, guys, for coming in so much. And it's been real
No worries.
informative. And Marcel, if you once you get a hold of the Air 2, I think you're going to love it. Tim will
Yeah.
tell you that. And
Yeah.
we'll look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Take
No
care. Good
worries.
night.
Thank you, Paul. Nice meeting you, Marcel.
Take care, Tim.
And can't wait to see that RT.
Yep.
Can't wait.
He'll be around soon. Peace.
Okay, guys. Everybody in the
Take
chat,
care.
thanks for stopping by. We'll see everybody again soon.